Hello, my name is Chandler Frenken, and I'm a senior now, majoring in EADS, and I'm just going to go through my little internship and talk about what I did this past summer. So, before we get into that, a little bit about myself. I'm from Upper Arlington. It's a suburb here right by Ohio State. So, I'm really familiar with Columbus and the city, and I really knew I wanted to do an internship right when I applied to STEP. My older brother did internship and used the STEP money, and I just thought this would be a great opportunity for me. And what I really wanted to gain out of this, I wanted a job in my field of sustainability, renewable energy, and I really wanted to meet professionals in the industry because we haven't had much access, especially the past year, to a lot of these professionals. So I just really wanted somebody who was an expert in this field. And then before I decided on what I wanted to do, I wanted to narrow down what type of company I wanted to work for. So my ideals were definitely green energy, maybe some infrastructure, climate change, action mitigation, and I wanted a company that was really keeping up with their environmental regulations and like how they handle their day to day. And ideally, I wanted to work for like an innovator in the renewable energy space who's like taking advantage of our future and what's going on and is really jumping the gun to change like how their company's working. So I ended up finding this company called IGS Energy. IGS Energy is a local company here, but now they're national. They're in 13 different states. But before I actually accepted that, I think it's important to show how I found my internship. So these were the three main resources I used in my job search. LinkedIn was my best friend. It was my primary resource for locating these opportunities. I would just kind of apply to a couple every week. I would set a goal, and it took a long time to find the specific one, but it was kind of like this social media aspect of LinkedIn is what I really liked. Handshake was also a great opportunity. I would find stuff on that, but this was directly through the school. I would find internships or career fairs, or just other people I could reach out to. And then my third resource was Indeed, but that did not work as well as the other two, especially LinkedIn. Here's a quick screen grab of my profile. And so going back, I got a job offer or an internship offer from IGS. So why IGS? Well, first, it's a family-owned company. It's not public. It's privately owned, and they started out of Upper Arlington, which is where I'm from. There's over $1 billion in revenue across 13 states, so that really was in my size category. There's over 1,000 employees, and they all have unique positions, and there's different sectors in the company. They mainly focus in gas and electric commodities. They're a renewable energy supplier, so they get your gas and electric, and they would deliver it to your utility like AEP or Columbia, and then they send it to your front door. So IGS handles like getting the energy and getting it to the utility. Their headquarters is in Dublin. It's a LEED Platinum certified building. Basically, this was like the most amazing building I've ever been in. It's up to all standards. It's renewable. It's sustainable. It's just amazing. And their mission statement is "Let's go green for good." So all of this just really aligned with what I wanted. Here's the owner, Scott White. A little quote: "Even small strides are impactful in the spirit. We're taking steps towards becoming carbon neutral by 2040." So this is something that they didn't have to do, but they're leaders in this space. And then I set two goals for my internship. I really wanted to gain valuable experiences through my major. So we've been taking a lot of classes, but I really wanted to go out in the field and meet professionals and do something major specific. And secondly, I wanted to see a daily operation of like what it's like working 40 hours a week, what it's like doing like a so-called quote unquote adult job, because this was my first real internship experience. So I was part of the inside sales team, the residential sales. So there's over 40 different representatives around the country, and they range from all types of skill levels, from entry to people who have been doing sales for 20 plus years. So what I did was I would reach out to customers and I would do gas and electric fixed rate contracts They were all renewably sourced. I would also do some solar work, market research, and this is just one division of IGS. There are many different opportunities to explore through this company, but I just did the residential inside sales. As you can see, that's me at my desk. So I had 4 key takeaways from this experience. Number one was how to express myself and an idea over the phone. So I couldn't sell things in person. It was over the phone, and I really had to figure out how I can market what I'm thinking and what I'm selling and how to sell myself just through the phone call without being in front of a person. The second one was the role of a supplier in the future in renewable energy. I couldn't tell you what a supplier was before this summer. I couldn't break down a utility bill or understand everything on it, but now I can. Now I feel like I'm a mini expert in this industry. I learned so much about the commodity market, and that is just something that I'm very fortunate about and that I took away. IGS really developed a culture that was a big, meaningful part of their company, and it really showed what that actually means to like develop a culture and everybody's bought into the organization. And then I really learned the importance of motivation, goals, and facing objection. Because there were sales, I talked to a lot of different people throughout the summer, and I got a lot of objection, and sometimes it was difficult to stay on mind and stay on task and stay motivated. But this summer really tested that for me and showed that I can push through a lot of this and become successful. And then the last part here is just a quick job description I put on my resume of what I did this summer. And that's about it. So IGS Energy was a great company to work for. I had a great summer experience internship. And if anybody is looking for a company locally here, I would suggest reaching out to them because there's a lot of different things you can do.